Hi guys, Samantha Wall here. Welcome to Tipsy Tuesday. Steph and I have prepared some pretty fun stuff to get over phone fears for you. I am going to go first. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Samantha Wall, in case you are new to Tipsy Tuesdays. If someone could jump in the chat and let me know that they can see and hear us okay, that would be wonderful. Jump in and let me know. I'm Samantha Wall. For those of you who've been coming to Tipsy Tuesday, you understand what we kind of do here. We do a 30 minutes tips for you guys, just try to get you in and out and really just kind of try to have a mastermind. If you're new to Tipsy Tuesdays, we also have a Facebook group, Mastermind, that we can throw a link in and you can come over and join that as well. So kind of the way we're set up today, since we have two of us who have stuff for you, is I'm going to go first, then Steph's going to go, and then we will have questions and answers. Can everybody hear us okay? I've got
nothing back yet, but
nobody's coming back to us.
Oh.
Hi, Charmaine. Bobby, you made it. And Jeff, I just met Jeff this morning. How are you? Okay, and so if you guys can hear us, I would love, Charmaine, can you, thank you, Charmaine. Okay, so I'm gonna start out. The phone fear is probably one of the biggest issues as network marketers that we need to get over. The phone is very, very important. A lot of people don't, this is a relationship building business, and a lot of people don't pick up the phone anymore because social media is so easy. I feel like my lighting's down. So I just kind of wanted to go over and really kind of dig a little deeper into you. Steph and I were talking earlier, and mine's kind of more along the line of mindset and getting you mentally prepared to get on the phone and things like that. So I really I want you to realize why we're afraid of the phone, why everyone is afraid of the phone. Pretty much, you know, I mean, if you grew up in my age group, we used to have the home line, and, you know, you'd be at dinner and somebody would call and your mom or your dad would be like, we're eating dinner, don't ever call back, blah, 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 blah. So, of course, we have this automatic, like, fear of that happening to us. My story is I was actually a telemarketer. I was in there for an hour training, and then they stuck me in front of the phone with my script, and for an hour I got people literally screaming at me, telling me they were going to come to my house, and I raised my hand and said, I need to use the bathroom. I grabbed my purse and I walked straight out the door. So when I got into this industry, I was, no, I don't need the phone. I'm good. I'll talk to them on Facebook. It'll be fine. Or on Instagram, or, you know, my videos will get across the relationship. And that's not the case, guys. You really got to pick up that phone and call them, because that's what's going to get them to open up your emails and really start building a relationship with you through phone conversations, through actual building relationships like we used to. So again, like, pick up the phone. Okay, so in order to pick up the phone, a lot of us, you know, will sit there and we'll be like, I don't know, I just don't want to do it. A little exercise that you can do prior to picking up the phone is really start going over affirmations in your head. Tell yourself, and it is true, guys, you are the leader that they're waiting for. It's you. It's not me. It's not Stephanie. It's not the guy who talked to them before. It's you, because it's you that's going to connect with them the most. It's you they're going to understand what. It's you that they're going to relate to. So the only way to do this is to really get your affirmations going. You are the leader they are looking for. Keep repeating that to yourself. Put on your favorite jam, dance around, and get into character. You are the six-figure earner. So get into that character and become that person, because any way you put it, if they opted into your page, or if they left you a number, they want you to call them. And if they opted into your page, believe me, you're not the only person they opted into, but you can be the only person that calls them. So make sure to pick up your phone, get into your character. Make sure to, well, I'll let Stephanie do the on-phone conversations. And then just make sure you're holding your posture when you're on the phone. Once you get yourself pumped up and really jump into character, guys, you know more than them, okay? So when they opt into your page and they leave you their number, they are asking for your help. You have to get into that mindset. They're asking for your help. And for you not to pick up the phone and call them is just almost selfish. So just keep that in mind and just keep repeating to yourself that they need you. They want you. They gave you their phone number. How many times do you give your phone number? I mean, if you give your phone number, you're like, okay, well, if someone calls me, right? Mm-hmm. You don't give your phone number to not expect to be called. So holding your position. And then when, before you get on the phone as well, just make sure that you realize you're the one who is qualifying them, okay? It's not, you're calling them and saying, oh my goodness, this is such a great business, please, I really need you. No, you don't want anyone who, doesn't have the $200 to get into your business or doesn't have this or doesn't have that. Those aren't the people you want to work with. This is a lot of time goes into this business, and you want to make sure that you have the teammates that, one, relate to you, two, that qualify, that want to work hard, that know that this isn't just, oh yeah, my, cousin said she made, $1,000 in 1 month. Woohoo. It doesn't matter whether you make 500 or 500,000 in 1 month, guys. You're doing it, and it's all a process to get there. So just remember that, and just really keep in the leadership role that you already all hold. All of you that are on here, I've watched you on Facebook. I know who you are. You're all amazing people who are going to go very far. And so just don't be afraid, and always be busy. When you're on the phone with them, make sure that, you're like, well, I just have 10 minutes to chit chat, because these people will keep you on the phone for hours. I'm sure most of you guys have picked up the phone and been on the phone for hours with people. And, some people you want to talk to for hours, but for the most part, the ones that you're just calling up and trying to build a relationship with, just try to stay very, like, I got to get going. And then when they start asking a lot of questions, I know, like with MLSP, the company that Steph and I are in, they offer a 10-day trial for $10. So if there's a lot of questions, like, how do I do this? Our MLSP offers autoresponders, custom tools, training, mindset, leaders, community. I mean, there's so much to offer. So the best thing to do is really, if your company offers some kind of a trial, just literally be like, it's a $10 trial for 10 days. Jump in the back office, see what it's all about, and if it's not for you, you can cancel. That's how it is with MLSP. And I'm sorry, that's kind of where I go. And if you have a membership or something like that, you can always just lead them to whatever it is, the capture page that you have, the video that you have. Sorry, I know I'm going really, really fast.
Yeah.
Trying to stay to my 10 minutes. And then I did say that I would go over the dreaded question. Steph said she has not gotten it. I get it a lot. I don't know if any of you guys get it. If you do, I'd love to hear in the chat. How much do you make? At that point, the way to always hold your posture in the conversation is to be asking the questions. So if someone says, how much do you make? Then you can turn around and ask them, say, what does what I make determine what you're going to make? Whether I make $5,000 a month or $20,000 a month, what does it matter to you? Because it's all in how you're going to work through all of it. I hope that helped you guys. If you guys have any questions for me, I'm just kind of keeping it to the, how we like to keep it to the 30 minutes. It's one of the things I make sure it happens. So if you guys have any questions for me, just definitely when you're on, keep it simple. Really. basically where it's at. So if no one has any questions for me, you can also ask me questions at the end. We're gonna have Steph run through and do a quick her presentation. Well, I'll let her tell you about it. But so without further, I will hand it over to you, Steph.
Okay. Hello, I'm Stephanie Butler again. I'm actually with Kelly and Stephanie. Kelly wasn't able to make it on the call today. We kind of missed him, but we did find Samantha. Samantha found us in our need for help, and I sent Kelly out to find a system. I said, I can't do this. I got to find a system. You got to go find me a system. So there he went off to the internet finding this system, and lo and behold, here's Samantha with her capture page, and we signed right up, and it's been life-changing ever since. We were able to actually see each other how many times now? Three or four times, even though we live in different states. So that's been really fun. The friendships are just amazing through, getting to know people and learning together. I do want to say we do make a lot of calls. We get a lot of leads. So Kelly does a lot of them. We've worked together on them. But I want to just say you need to introduce yourself. Let them know who you are, the company you're with, and then just remind them how you got their information, whether it was, a page, they're looking for information for Facebook leads or whatever your company is, they're looking for your help. So let them know and then kind of give a listen to see what they're doing. If there's a lot of background noise, of course, you definitely know there's something going on, but always just ask them, is this a good time in the initial call? Sometimes they're looking for you to call and you'll have an appointment. For most of the time, when the first initial call comes through, it's going to be, do you have time right now? Respect them for everything they have because they'll respect you. And then if they say no, you ask them, what's a better time? Morning, afternoon, or afternoon, evening. Don't give them a chance to really tell you, oh, this is this and this is that. Because like Samantha says, your time's valuable and so is theirs. And as you're showing that your time is valuable, they'll understand the same thing and respect you more. So then if they say, okay, evening, you give them a time in the evening, 6 or 8. Or, if they say that doesn't work, they will give you an answer. Because if you don't have that option for them, of course, they're going to have a response. And it's not usually no, no, no. It's, oh, okay, yeah, this will work. This will work. So when you make that phone call, if they're not available, you make sure you set that time and you call back on that time. Because that's showing them that you're also on a schedule. Then let them know you'll be following up by phone calls. Let me get to my notes. We go all over an acronym called FORM with them when we call them. We make sure that we know exactly what they're about and why they are there. We don't know what the reason why they're there. It could be one thing and it could be something completely different. And it could be we're all on the same page, but their motivation is completely different. So we go by form, which is family, occupation, recreation, and motivation. Family, of course, you know what that is. What is their family life like? Are they in a family? Do they have a family? Are they taking care of kids? Are they not taking care of kids? Are they motivating their life to have kids? What is their family life like? That's a big one. So you want to also keep track of what they're saying. Then occupation, of course. What are they doing for a job now? Are they working? Are they looking to get into the MLM industry? Are they? What exactly was the call about, and how does that occupation come into play? And then, of course, recreation. You want to find some way to, be on the same page with them. So find out what they're interested in. If you're not interested in what they're interested in, ask. They'll talk to you all about it. They are happy to tell you all about something you don't know. And then their motivation. I mean, why are they coming to you? Do they see you? Do they want leads? Obviously we're talking about getting leads for a business. So do they want leads for a business? And what are they doing? And why do they want these leads? Do they need them to get by? Do they need them to pay their paycheck next week or pay their phone bill next week? Why are they motivated to get in touch with you? So maybe they're, there's all sorts of businesses out there. Maybe, people have leggings they sell. Maybe they just absolutely need this perfect leggings for their shirts. You don't know. You just have to, follow up with them and find out what's going on. So of course you need to address their needs and give them a solution. Of course, because they're contacting you for something you already know what the solution is. So no matter what you say, they're going to respect that because it's working for you because somehow you've led them to you. They found you. Let's see. Let's send them. I've got a few notes. And of course I said listen, and this is where I talked about writing.
I missed the M.
Motivation. Why are they here? Why are they contacting you? Do they want 100 pairs of leggings? Well, maybe they do. Maybe they want one for every day of the week, every day of the month. That's just an example. You know what I mean? So, so you just address those issues and you help them. That's what this is for, helping them get through whatever they contacted you for. And of course, you want to make sure you get other contact information. If you don't have an email, you let them know, I am going to email you with information based on this solution. So let's, get going on this and offer that solution. And then after that, you want to just, make sure they know what you've finished answering all their questions or whatever, and then follow up. Set an actual date to follow up, a date and time. Because that means it, again, is showing that time is important and that you have a schedule too. So you let them know that this is what I have or whatever, however you want to do it. Again, you can do it like when you called in, they weren't available. You give them dates and times or morning, afternoon time in that time slot. And, they're not always going to answer. I'm telling you right now, they're not always going to answer, but don't make them feel bad. This is what you want to do when you follow up. You just say, oh, I just am following up because you told me we were, I sent you information and we talked about this and this. Remind them of why you're calling them again. They have something that they wanted from you to begin with, and they need to be reminded of that to keep that in the back of their head. Of course, you don't want to make them feel bad for not answering. So you just let them know, oh, I'm sorry, we weren't able to connect. I'll give you a call in about 10 minutes. And you call back in 10 minutes. And if they're not answering then, you just say, I know this was really important to you. I'm going to give you a call back later this afternoon. Yes, give them a call back within half a day. 4 hours is, you don't want to call, shorter than 4 hours. So really half a day, 4 hours or more. That way you're not really bothering them and you're just following up and letting them know the second or third call. You just want to let them know that, we were talking about this and I don't want you to miss the opportunity. Here's my phone number. Call me and I'll try to answer if I can. If not, I'll give you a call right back. Just let them know that you're not waiting for their call, but you're looking for their call and you're wanting to help them. So usually by then, you get calls back. If not, you want to go down and do it about every 3 days. And I'm telling you, it might take 7 calls, 8 calls for them to answer again, but that's nothing against you. They might really have something going on, or they might be nervous, or they might, be feeling upset. You don't know, but the more you call, the more you care, the more they're going to respond to you. And then of course we go back to the CRM, which Samantha uses, I use. It's the customer relationship manager. Whatever they tell you, log it. Because when you call back, you want to know what they told you. You want to know what you talked about, and you want to know about their pet, Snooky, or whatever it is that they had to take to the vet that day, and that's why they couldn't talk or whatever. The more you know about them and the more that it seems that you're listening, because we are, the more they're going to respond, the more they're going to trust you, and the more they're going to follow you. And that's all that we're wanting people to do, is see you for who you are, follow you, because you're providing their solution. And then let's make sure I don't miss anything. Oh, of course. And then at the end of the call, send them the email you told them you were going to give them information on. Provide some sort of solution. Give them something to look at. And then also remind them that it was great, for them to take the time to talk with you today or whatever. And then highlight the time when you will be following up. So they see that again and they remember, because you were just on the phone. They might not write it down. They might have something going on that day, but then again, you might get a message back saying, oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot I had something going on that day. So this might work. Or that way you have another way to correspond back and forth with them rather than just calling them. Because I'm not a phone call person, and a lot of us aren't. Obviously, we like to text and message and everything else like that. Well, when it's in writing, you can always go back and look at it. Let's see. Yeah, that's about all I had for now. It's about following up, staying in that form, the family, occupation, recreation, motivation. It's if you can keep track of what they have going on that way, you're with them all the time, because someone wants them caring for them, whether it is, their pet or, their car broke or whatever it is they're going through. You want somebody to remember that. So without those things, you really just are kind of just calling and doing nothing but saying hi. You just want to be able to create and control that call at all times, like Samantha said. So that's about it. I mean, that it's just building relationships and remembering that you're that other person on the other line sometimes that just is lost and needs the help, or is inquiring on some information and you really want to know, or you're not going to put your phone number down. I'm not going to put my phone number down. So they're expecting a call. And when you really do call, oh, then you're just like a god to them. They're like, oh my gosh, this person is like calling me. So that's what I would do. I mean, that's what we do.
Tiffany just wrote in the chat.
I can't see them.
Her main issues is getting people on the phone and getting them to answer the call. Tiffany, I'm not sure how you get your leads right now. The way that, through MLSP, how we get our leads is definitely through social media and people following us, whether it be on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. So usually, I mean, it's been very shocking to me that how many people, when I call them, they go, oh my gosh, you're really on the phone? You're really talking to me? Like, oh, this is crazy. I read your emails. I watch your YouTube videos. I do this, I do that. I can't believe you're calling me. So really branding yourself online, which I know, Tiffany, you're working very well at. I've seen your video. She did a video on Facebook yesterday. So proud of her. Facebook still scares me. I do my 15 seconds to the fan page, but I'm like,
I guess, I don't know. It's everybody. But I mean, when we started doing it real hard, it was Instagram. That's what everybody was focused on. At least when I came on, it was hitting it huge. Not, to say Facebook isn't, because it doesn't matter what social media platform you're on. It's all about building relationships. You can build relationships anywhere. It's following up, keeping in contact, and building the relationships. That's all it is. And who doesn't want somebody else caring for them? That's what it boils down to.
Absolutely. Only time you should look down is when you're helping someone get up.
Mm-hmm. And actually, Tiffany, we have had leads that actually came in, because we get leads in all sorts of different ways. And sometimes they don't even remember. We have to remind them why they even opted in, or we can call 7 or 8 times before they even pick up. And I've been hearing also text messages after they don't pick up a while. Just send them a quick text with a picture so they see your face or whatever, or, something coordinating to what they were looking into. Because, some people just, I don't check my voicemails. I look at who called me. And if I don't have the number, I might check it. But now that business is starting to get busier, but other than that, it's, hit or miss sometimes. I'm a text message queen.
Yeah. I just watched this thing that Network Pro did, and he was talking about how crazy that this text messaging has come as far as marketing goes. So, I mean, really, honestly, if you're not getting a hold of them via this, send them a text message, because for some reason, and we all know it, when you get that text message, it's like you can't not respond. It's almost impossible.
Because they know if you open that one.
Exactly. They know. I mean, and I've done it. I just the other day was trying to get a hold of one of my guys and ended up text messaging over, and then he went on to Instagram and messaged me through Instagram and was like, yeah, said whatever he said, and I was like, what? And he's like, well, you text messaged me. I'm like, I know, but I can't.
Well, I mean, you never know. They thought maybe it was one of those phone numbers that sends you stuff, and then you don't reply. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. I mean, you're right. People don't let their text messages go, and that's another thing with emails. You see people opening them. I don't even count one open anymore. I don't. When they open it once, I don't count it. Not to get off track, but they don't want to see that they have messages in their inbox. So a lot of people just open it to get it out of their actual new emails. So when they start hitting 2 opens, then it's a little more.
Well, and that's exactly why it's so important to pick up the phone, is because if you pick up that phone and you say, hey, are you getting my emails? And they go, I get so many emails. I don't know. I'll check my junk email. And then you call them, and then you say, well, the email is going to be coming from Samantha Wall. So make sure, to look at them, because I send out trainings and, I have a webinar, and, just explain to them whatever it is that you send out on your email list. Let them know the value that they're going to get from you. And they're going to open your email more than they're going to open someone who didn't call them. So after you call them, make sure that they're getting the emails, and then, call them later. Did you get the emails? Are you getting them? I just want to make sure, whatever the case may be, I wanted to make sure my autoresponder was, getting them to you, because I wasn't seeing you on there. However you want to say it, but you definitely want to make sure that they know the value you are sending out in these emails.
Right.
This is how you're building your relationship. This is how you're selling. I mean, I know all of us have so many different products that we can sell, whether we have a couple streams of income or whether we just only have the one stream of income. You still have multiple products within your line of whatever you do that you could sell. So every time you send out one of these emails, you could be selling a different product or teaching them about something that your product has done for you.
Right.
So that's why it's really important to definitely pick up that phone and text if they're not answering. And then, what you can even do, I've done before, is I'll take their email address from my leads, from my CRM, and I'll paste it into Facebook and see if they come up. And then if they come up, then that's how I'll find them.
I'm searching people down on Facebook. I mean, I have to refer something for, a more traditional business I have. And I had to find somebody outside my area. So I called somebody I know, but I'm not going to take it just on their word. I searched them down on Facebook before I even consider calling them to see if it's somebody I want to refer my business over, because they're going to be now running my business in another aspect, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
You want to know who you're talking to, what you're talking to, and you can get little notes about what their life is like. So
absolutely. And that's like, like I said about the qualifying, if you want to make sure you're qualifying these people, because if they're underneath you and they're, promoting or something, you want to make sure that they are like you and they're going to do business like you, because you don't want someone to go out there and who knows, I mean, there's just certain people out there that you're like, I'm good. I could make some money, or I couldn't, but that's when you sell them products instead of recruiting.
Well, and that's when you know that you really have a business. you work with who you want to work with. And once you start qualifying people and not just taking anybody that's going to drain you, that's where you'll start building your leaders. Focus on the people that want to be there.
Absolutely.
Want to put the time in. That's about it.
Yep. So I'm going to do a quick wrap up of mine real fast, and then we're going to close down.
Awesome.
You're going to want to hold your position in the conversation. Prep yourself before you get on that phone. You are the leader they are looking for. You have more knowledge than them. You got their phone number. They did not get yours. Okay? So make sure to do that. Put on your jam song, whatever it is that gets you pumped up, and then just make sure to get as many no's as you can. Because let me put it this way, 3 no's can take you down. 100 no's, by that time you're like, it's easy money. No is not a bad thing. And we, for some reason, when we were children, we would ask our mom, can I have this? No. Ask again. Mom, can I have this? No. Ask again. Mom, can I have this? No. And then pretty soon she'd scream at you. I said no. So no has become this horrible thing for us. But as a child, we kept asking, didn't we? And even after she yelled at us, the very next day, first thing in the morning, you'd be asking for that cookie again.
And you might get it, actually. That's the thing.
So go into the childlike state and just welcome no's. If you're getting no's, you're in business. Remember that. If you are getting no's, you are in business. Your calendar is your business. If you don't have appointments to be talking to people or anything like that, you're not in business. Just remember that. So just make sure that you're calling these people and getting your no's because you want to stay in business. And I think that's pretty much, I got way off of what I talked about.
I mean, it is. It's all about making calls and building relationships, and business is making calls, building your clientele, building your team.
Yep.
Take it away from it. Sorry, guys. Not until you're big. And even then, you want to call people. You don't want to be all alone.
Absolutely. I mean, some of the biggest leaders that we work with, the 6- and 7-figure earners, man, these people are out and they are talking to you and they are building relationships with you. I mean, this is what it's all about. It's all about pushing each other, because the truth is that this industry has a bad rap, but the truth is that it works.
Yeah.
As long as you have the right tools into place and the right training and the right mentors, this will work for you as long as you're willing to work for it.
That's right.
So I went 3 minutes over my time. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. Please come over to the Facebook group. Stephanie and I are going to start doing a little bit more of these webinars. I would love it. Charmaine is a pro at business plans and stuff like that. So I would love Charmaine to come out one day and teach us a little bit. And even Tiffany, she's now doing videos. Start doing videos. Come out and teach us about it, girl. And thank you all, Bobby, Jeff, all of you that were here today. I appreciate you coming out. I appreciate you being here every Tuesday with me and Steph and Kelly. We really, truly do appreciate it, and we want the best for you guys. So if you have any questions, come on over to the Facebook group. Let us know. And we'll see you on social media next week on Tipsy Tuesday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.